It's a little messy in here, but I've put it together. I ended up not using this piece, just a female end. One of, no, that's a male. One of these right there. But let me get you a good look at it. Alright, here you go. It's a nice look at it. I need to run the loop. I haven't done that yet. Well, I guess you're more interested in the loop in this case. In this case. That pun never gets old. Alright, that's basically it. Zoom it back out. Okay, green and black is hooked up. Let's try it. Oh, that's what was making that noise. Alright, all the fans are blowing and the loop is going through. We'll see how empty it is. And yeah, the fan's on over there. I'll be buying a lot of SSDs in the future, I can tell you that. So, I also have a feeling that there was nothing wrong with the 580, but I am going to put the 280 back in there. If I want to switch it out, I can easily just undo that, pull that, pull that, pull that, and then switch it. And of course that makes it where I can upgrade to a 980 Ti probably, because I really don't need a 1080 Ti. And if I had enough money to buy a 1080 Ti, I'd buy something else. Anyway, you know, like car parts, you know, those are important. Well, the loop's running, the fan's on. It's probably gonna not be all that entertaining, you know. I gotta get rid of all the bubbles and have it like I had it before, and see how much of it needs to be full. So I'll do that. You know what I'll do though? I'll turn the lights out. See, I'm not all into that RGB craze or any of that stuff, nor could this motherboard do that. But hopefully I can get rid of these blue ones. That one's plugged up to the motherboard. Like that one's plugged up to the motherboard. That would be blue, that would be blue, and then that one is blue. There's a leak in this old graphics card, and it's like right here, and then I think there's a little tiny bit of fluid coming out right there. So scratch that whole entire mission. I'm gonna go ahead and take this apart. I'm gonna go ahead and put the 580 back in there, and if everything runs smooth, and I can continue what I was doing today, but I gotta stop for now because I got other things to do. Alright, so I replaced it, and if you're wondering what's up with this, well, I stripped this one, so I put some sealing around it, and oddly enough there was some of that sealing on the other side of this, but I cleaned it out, so it should flow even better now. Let's see. Other than that, I'm gonna hook that up, hook that back up. Oh wait, actually I gotta go get a longer tube, because the distance, yeah, that's too far. So I gotta get a longer tube, and then I'll go from there. There it is. Alright, so got that tube. It was just a little shorter than an inch, or a foot, and let's see. And so that tube, just a little shorter than a foot, of course, you know. And that now, since the location's a little different, this is now a little to the right, and that's much further to the left. So now instead of facing to the left, it now is forced to the right, so it only has room this way. So that's on there tight. No leaks. Look at that, no leaks. And there was no leaks down there either. Well, here. And all the fans that are plugged up to the power supply and not the motherboard are working just fine. And just letting it run slow, trying to get as many bubbles out of there as possible. Hard to do, but it is full. It is full to capacity. Just need to slowly get that air out. Alright, enough of that panning. So, it's been running a little bit. You might have seen some Instagram pictures where I took a picture of right there, and basically there was like a whole uniform lineup of bubbles here. I noticed them here, here, and up there as well. Didn't see them here. I guess it would be kind of hard for them to stay there. Don't see them on the old fittings. Don't see them there. Hopefully Cool sees this video so they can, you know, maybe chime in and let me know what they think about their fittings, doing that in those particular areas. I happened to take this one off and open it up, and I squeezed here when I fitted it back on and then tightened it back up so that there'd be water surrounding that whole area, except, like, you know, once you get past, there's like a groove and a groove. Once you get past those two grooves, there's going to be, you know, air on that side. So it'd be sealed a little better, but yeah, the bubbles are there. They're just not quite as big as they were. Anyway, I've been speeding it up and slowing it down, and speeding it up and slowing it down. So I'm gonna do it one more time now, and then I'm gonna plug up the whole thing and put all the panels back on and stick it over there and run it tomorrow, because I got other things to do today. But tomorrow I can finally get to working on maybe a few videos, including this one. Alright. Ignore that, that's just there. It's just there to push this way, that's all. It's just for pushing. Oh, what I didn't do earlier. So what was wrong with the computer? Apparently it was my hard drives that I had in there. You'll see I don't have the two over there anymore. I took one out, and it is oh, you can't see it. It's back in here. Yeah, put stickers on it. Yeah. So I got one back in here. But yeah, this one died. How is it dead? Well, I'm gonna have to take our focus off of that real quick. Let me see, how close can I get? Alright, you see? The board has a burn right there. Well, that's what it looks like to me. It looks like the board's burnt right there. So what I read online is that if I just replace this board, I can get to this information, because it's not making that click, 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 click noise like the other one over there. So hopefully I'll be able to recover the data off here, because it took a really long time to get some of this stuff, and I might be able to get it again, but you know, it'd be nice to throw this back in something and have it as storage. I can't wait until SSDs are really cheap, and then you can just get a whole bunch of 2 terabyte SSDs and call it a day. If everybody dealt with hard drives on a daily basis, I mean everybody, if it was mainstream, everybody was dealing with hard drives instead of, you know, everybody's doing stuff on their phones and stuff, man, SSD technology would be so much more affordable because there'd be a whole lot more people buying it. But anyway, and since I suspected that it was the hard drive that was giving me the problems,